So man, I got this story, it's crazy but we really need to address this issue because one thing about the LGBT community and something that they should really advocate for to prevent certain things that we're going to talk about in this story. Virginia Tech freshman linebacker Icy Memon, they call him Icy David a Toot. So obviously he was not, from here at all, has been indicted on charges of killing a man who had presented himself as a woman online. So they say the beating death occurred when the two met for a second time after their earlier encounter. What kind of encounter it was. So the 18-year-old was indicted Tuesday by a Montgomery County, Virginia grand jury on a second-degree murder charge. Now, Toot has been had a hearing before a circuit court on November 18th. It said where counsel will work out the case timeline. Now, he faces up to 40 years in prison. According to Virginia law, a second-degree murder conviction is punishable by up to 40 years in prison. However, the law states he must receive no fewer than 5 years. Now, according to local reports, the killing itself happened on May 31st. With the brother coming before the court on June the 2nd, is that he's accused of offing Jerry Paul Smith, a 40-year-old restaurant project manager. Now, according to witness testimony in the preliminary hearing, the brother told detectives he and Smith met through Tinder, and met on April 10th when they engaged in oral relations. After which Smith paid him, we're talking about the dude that presented himself as a woman, $50. However, the brother said he had believed Smith was a woman and not a man, based on being matched with someone named Angie. Okay, so he thought that he was meeting a female named Angie. The following month of May 31st, the brother visited Smith's apartment in downtown Blacksburg, Virginia. So his intentions when he went to the apartment was to discover if Smith was a male or a female. So detectives said he told them. It said the court heard in preliminary hearing testimony from a detective that the brother said that he groped Smith to determine his gender, including using a flashlight to see better in the apparently dark apartment. Now, according to reports, it said the brother began punching and stomping Smith. They say the brother left the apartment to rejoin two friends who were waiting for him outside. Smith's body was found the next day when police conducted a welfare check at the apartment. Ugh, man. So currently, the brother is released on $75,000 secured bond. And saying his release came after a week after being arrested, and he's under house arrest and electronic monitoring since then. Now, this is one conversation that the LGBT community is not having. They talk about violence against, trans people. Okay. But why aren't you talking about when they are presenting themselves as women online? Now, their argument is, well, I am a woman. Not when in relation to straight men. A straight man wants a biological woman. So I believe that what men should do on these dating apps, those of you, you need to learn how to start writing up your profile, okay? Because some of y'all don't write profiles too well. You can actually get more interest from women the way you write your profile. And you can also be very cutthroat in your profile as well. Certain things you may not want, certain things you may want. And one thing as a straight man in this society, you need to have someone on your profile. I only date biological women only. Women that have, get a menstrual cycle. Women that have a cervix. You know what I'm saying? That's who I date. I do not date anyone outside of that. That's it, period. It is not up for discussion. Don't message me about anything, because you message me outside of that, I will block you. You need to do that. Now, I don't know why the first meeting you have with a person you don't know, you're engaging in some tricking, right? How do you not know having a conversation? You know what I'm saying? You didn't talk on the phone. And then when you got there, you didn't feel nothing was right about that situation, bro. Seriously? And then you meet somebody off of Tinder the first time, they give you some, oral relations, and you pay $50. That's tricking. That's not a relationship. That's straight tricking. So supposedly, I have to say supposedly, you didn't know, okay? And then the second time you was questioning it. No, you was questioning it because you knew The first time something wasn't right. So why did you even go that far with the situation? Why? I don't get it. I mean, men, you need to go out to a date or whatever, right? You need to go out and see a person, see how they are. You don't know who this person is. Maybe he'd have went to a particular restaurant and met this person at a restaurant. Maybe he would have figured that out. But at the same time, some of them, like I said, which they don't show the pictures of how this, person presented themselves online either. So I don't have that picture. But what I will say is the LGBT community needs to really talk to their brethren about this and tell people up front, that's what you are. If you're a trans person, say you're a trans person up front. That way it's definitely, will get rid of the confusion. Because I'm telling you, the times that there have been violence against, trans people, it's usually been when a guy didn't know. And then the guys, figure it out in the process of doing something or whatever. And then he flips out and then that happened. Because no man wants to be with someone that's not who they want to be with, especially a man. I mean, could you imagine that? Because you got the ones like Sydney Starr. Ones like that actually will fool, people that don't know. I mean, that got all the surgery, got all these hormones and all that, and biologically still a male. A man don't want that. Now, maybe Eddie from Family Matters, Darius, maybe he wants that, and that's fine. And that's what you into. Not my business. I got my woman. But what I'm saying is, fellas, yeah, it's hard out here. This is why a lot of fellas are saying, that's why they want to do things overseas, because that's some of that stuff that's not even allowed to go on in certain countries outside this here. I'm saying, it's a messed off situation all the way around. It's messed off, but they should put in laws to say you can't deceive people. You have to let people know up front. If that's what you're doing, you let someone know up front, because no man I know wants to be with a trans person if that's not what they're into. They want a woman, a biological woman. Understand what I'm saying? They want that. So this story is, like I said, is a messed up story all the way around. Maybe it wasn't the dude's intention. Like I said, maybe he just wanted to whip up on him a little bit and that's it. But maybe, he hit him a certain way that ended up making him lose his life. Like I say, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but my thing is prevention. What can prevent this? Fellas, put on your profiles, I only date biological women only. It's sad that we got to put that on profiles today, fellas. It's sad, but this is the wicked world we live in now. Anything goes, no morality. So you got to put that on there and make sure it's nothing to be negotiated. Oh, you're a bigot because you don't, because, they have said this. They have said that straight men that don't want to be with trans women, they're bigots. What? Like, so as a man, I got to be with somebody else that has the same plumbing I have? No. I mean, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So that's why I'm saying, fellas, that's dating out there. I know it's hard out there. Like I said, God bless y'all brothers out here dealing with these issues and problems. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation here. With our brother, he's facing a long time in jail. But like I said, we got to prevent these issues because, you get caught up like that, fellas, and you flip out and something happen, this could happen to you.